Gotta get my hat.
Well, welcome, beautiful people. It's Seventh Heaven Hour. This is round two, episode two of this. It's recording, so we have an opportunity to share, get vulnerable, lead in the community with leaders who are jumping into the Blissed Out Network, also having their own networks in different parts of the world. And this is how we can share a global vision of empowerment, thriving, and rising together in business through these amazing times of the world. Tonight, our speaker will be John Patrick Mueller. He creates amazing connections for people, breakthrough moments, and is leading his own networks out in the community. We do have Doug Howorko, who I just had a wonderful interview, who written the book, Breaking the Chokehold. That interview will be up and running tonight. Both of these will be up and running. And I'm so grateful that we're having these moments. Anybody else that pops in, it's the hot seat hour. So John is going to be leading this. I'm giving the mic over to you, John, and myself and Doug are here. So I think there's a lot that we can grow in with whatever we have. We have 30 minutes, and I'm so grateful for you.
Thank you, Leanne. It's really great to be here. So yeah, I mean, one thing I could do is just talk for a little bit about some stuff that I do, and or, at a certain point I can answer questions. So I know there's only two of us here on live right now, but if you guys have any questions, feel free to stop me and I'll do my best. But yeah, the main thing that I do for my clients right now is I help them to grow their business. So, there's different pieces to that. There's different pieces to business growth, and the clients who I help are coaches, they're healers, they have some kind of heart-centered business. And, the reason I resonate with this is me. It took me a while to figure out how to do business, even though I was already really good at teaching meditation class. So just a little backstory on me is I was a monk. I was a professional counselor before that, I have a degree in psychology. I went to graduate school, and I decided at some point when I got very good at guiding meditations. I was very good at holding live classes for meditation class. And whatever, you may not consider that a very high level skill, but I did it at a very high level. And so I had honed that skill for many years. And I decided at some point that I didn't want to put all my energy into these classes where only 6 people were coming. And I was like, I need to reach more people. And I was living in a very affluent town, and I was a monk, and I had kind of maxed out. I hit my ceiling of like how much I can make in that organization. And it was enough to cover everything. It was fine, but I wanted more, right? And so for 2 reasons, I decided to kind of go out on my own and turn it into a business. I wanted to reach more people. I wanted abundance for myself. So that's what I did. And it took me a while. And I started learning digital marketing from some of the best people in the world. And I kind of caught the marketing bug. Especially from someone named Russell Brunson, but he wasn't my first mentor. There's a couple other people too. And I just kind of realized that there's very high level psychology going on. And the way that Russell does it, it's all just people. It's just people connecting to people. That's really what marketing is. In a sense, that's really what business is people making promises to other people and following through on those promises for people. And the whole selling thing and the marketing side is just the connection, and then the sale happens, right? So that kind of came through pretty early on when I was learning, and it just really made me so interested because I love psychology. That's really one of the main things about me, like a theme that flows through really my whole life is psychology. So anyway, I started to love that, and I opened a digital marketing agency. I started helping other people to get clients by doing marketing for them, local businesses mostly, and it worked. But I was leaving a lot of my skills on the table because I'm actually a great coach, right? I'm good at kind of the interpersonal connection and bringing the best out of people and asking questions and I wasn't doing that. I did that a little bit with my clients to help create their marketing messages, but it was leaving a lot of it on the table, and I just didn't want to do that. So I eventually launched my own spiritual coaching business, which was my original intention. I got a bunch of clients, and I decided later to kind of create a program that had both kind of best of both worlds, where I coached business owners how to grow their business. And at first I had a little bit of a hybrid where I still did some of it for them, and I coached them too. And then I kind of, the beginning of last year, this kind of, about a year ago, started a new program where I was like, finally, I was just coaching and I was working with the people who I wanted to work with, who are like spiritual healers and coaches who are at the beginning stages of their business. And it took me so long to get that going for myself, including like 6 months of focused effort with no results at first, no clients in 6 months of like trying really, really, really hard. I was trying in the wrong way. I was trying by hiding behind technology. I was building websites, I was building funnels, I was building automated, courses and, video sequences and all this stuff. I was completely doing everything except for talking to my ideal clients. You know what I mean? And a lot of people, this is a trap that people fall into because they follow what they hear about. And, the bigger teachers who have bigger budgets and bigger teams can create those type of systems. And when you have a big name, people will buy a lot of what you put out, no matter what it is, whether it's a video course or whatever. And, so a lot of those getting started who are very spiritual, who don't really want to do a lot of technology, we hear about a way that sounds fancy. It's like, yeah, and I'll just make money while I sleep and I'll build this funnel and I'll build this sequence. And it's like, fine, if after 20 years, if you want to do that, or after you get successful, fine, go and do that. But it's not the place to start. And I didn't know that. So finally, after I did have a success launching my own spiritual coaching business, but it wasn't selling high ticket yet. I hadn't learned how to do that yet. And eventually I learned how to sell high ticket. And then eventually I learned how to do it within the business I wanted to be in. And that's when it all blew up. So that's kind of my story. What I love to do is help my clients to find their soul's mission, to find their higher calling. I don't want to help someone to build just any business, because a lot of us will do that, then we'll move on to a new one and then to the new one. It's better to just find what is your business or what is your soul's mission. And then you can build a business based on that. Then you don't have to keep jumping from ship to ship. Does that make sense? Which a lot of entrepreneurs do. So if you want, we can spend the next few minutes talking about your soul's mission and just how I go about finding that. And then you can reflect to see if you're in alignment or not. And then if you are, even if you are or not, we can then talk about, okay, how can you adjust your entrepreneurial approach to match that? Does that sound like a good plan?
Sounds good. Doug, do you have anything that you want to add in there about where you are with your book, Breaking the Chokehold, with maybe being in the hot seat with John?
Yeah, no, that sounds exciting, John. Well, what a history you have. I'm sure such amazing stories to share and such value to add to the world. And interestingly, I mean, the way you speak about the digital skills training that you're learning and who you're learning from. And that's, obviously something in my journey and my destiny. It's all about becoming a digital entrepreneur. I mean, I've been a director within the provincial government of Saskatchewan here in Canada for 29 years, and I've been an employee, and I've really been learning. I've dabbled in entrepreneurship a bit, but I've been learning how to really break out and unleash my own gifts and talents to the world, which I have many to share, and just learning the digital skills in order to do that. And so, yeah, I think I'm just kind of really, really interested in, I'm aware of Russell Brunson. There's lots of people, and Russell's definitely one of the experts. And I know I'm working with a team of people on my digital skills training as well, too, with funnels and blogging and adding value. But no, I'm just really curious to learn a little bit more here of you and your experience and how you're sharing your message to people, and who your real target market is. Who is your dot, if you will, your market that you're serving, and what exactly is the story that you're sharing to people to attract a tribe?
Yeah, those are good questions. So basically the same story as I just shared is one of the good ones. I mean, I can go into more minute detail, but yeah, like helping people who are at the beginning stages, right? Because that's a phase that I've gotten beyond. I've gotten beyond the beginning stages. I'm more of an intermediate now, but I really have a heart for the beginners. And so I continue to focus on them, even though sometimes their budget isn't as big as some other people. It's just who I care about. And so I focused my effort on people who have amazing gifts to share with the world and who just don't know how to sort of package it into a business or how to talk about it in a way that moves people, and or all the other things that involve them getting clients and just feeling empowered and visible. Those are some of the things that are struggles for a lot of people, is feeling empowered, feeling able to be seen, like doing videos, for example. Those are just some things, but I teach them how to do it without complicated technology or ad spend, right? Or compromising on their own values, right? Which is interesting, because that is a core thing that comes out for people, is they don't want to compromise on their values. A lot of the people don't know where to start. And the technology is very intimidating, especially for people who are more of the spiritual type. I'll use that word loosely, spiritual. A lot of us don't like technology, or just sort of like dims our light, or just complicated or something. It's just different. It's just like the opposite of like the spiritual realm, where you can kind of like feel free and expanded. And then technology is like this little box, and it has its own certain rules that are not that intuitive sometimes. And so I found like very low tech solutions for people, so they can just get started, and you don't need any ad spend. So we use just social media as a means of getting clients. So it's based on them, shining their light is basically how they attract people to them. I call it presence marketing. If you learn to show up with the right type of presence, with marketing infused within that presence, you will attract clients. That's the key that I teach, is presence marketing. Marketing within your presence within your marketing. They're both together, and that's how you can attract all the people to you that you need. And that's what I've done. Yeah.
Exciting. So what kind of, so obviously you have a website, you have a blog, you do a newsletter, you have a YouTube channel, you do Facebook marketing, LinkedIn marketing. What are all of your platforms that you're doing to build your business?
Yeah, it's a good question. So, I've dabbled with, most of those. I have a simple funnel. I have a very simple funnel, and the funnel works. So I basically give away all my best free content on one single page, and you don't even have to opt in to get it. It's just all there. You can just go right to the page and get all of it. And on this page is a free masterclass where I teach you what I do in my business. Like, it's like a 50-minute presentation that goes deep into everything I just covered, of like what I do, what I did, how I help my clients. All my best testimonials are on this page as well. But then like all the best free content that I've collected over the last year are also on this page. So there's a meditation called the Butterfly Manifestation Meditation that I guide, which is very beautiful. It's a manifestation exercise. There's a video that was like a workshop that people paid to come to, but now the recording is available on this page. And it's about, a lot of it is balancing masculine, feminine energies, learning to visualize your life a little bit better. It's actually extremely profound. And I'm going to try to do it justice, but it's a very good video. And then there's a 5-day challenge that I created with my business partner. And we taught people about visibility, abundance, creating your niche, creating your offer, all that kind of stuff for business, like the 5 core topics. And so that's on there. And there's some other ones too. So that is my place that I send people, and my calendar is also on that page. So someone, if they want to book a call, they go to that page, they kind of feel me out. And if they still want to have to feel me out, then they book a call. And then, we have a call. So that's my funnel. It's basically, it always leads to a call, because I don't want to work with someone if they don't meet certain qualifications, if I can't help them, if they're not ready, if they feel like they're going to be a pain in the butt. No, just kidding. But really, like, they have to want it, right? And they have to be able to be helped by what I do. And if the things are in place, then I'll be like, okay, here's what I do. And then we start. So that's my funnel. And basically, even though I'm on a few different channels, Facebook's the one that's worked for me. So I get all my clients pretty much from Facebook. There's been a couple exceptions, but it's mostly Facebook. And so that's primarily what I teach. Although the core strategies of like finding your message is something that works no matter what channel you're on. How to sell works no matter what channel you're on. all the core parts, but then the strategy is, mostly Facebook, and it works well on Instagram as well.
That's really interesting. So who is your target market exactly?
Yeah, I think I mentioned coaches, healers, spiritual, the beginning stages of their business. They're selling and getting some clients, probably like single sessions. Probably maybe they're getting some high ticket sales, but they're not getting the $10,000 months. They're just not there, but they want to be. But the inner qualifications are both mostly like they're coachable, they want to grow, and they're willing to invest in themselves.
Awesome. I got just two more quick questions for you here. It's very interesting. I like to check out. I'll have to check out some of your stuff here, and as I'm growing on my own journey, as well in this whole realm. So do you use a platform with a course? Do you use like Thinkific or mastermind.com, or how do you offer the course? I know it's probably all videos, right? Or do you use a platform to push people through the course?
I'm really happy you asked this question, because this is a really important question. The answer is very important. So I can tell that you've been following Dean Graziosi a little bit, which is good. Now, some of his courses prove the point that I'm about to make. Even though Dean's amazing, a couple of his courses are really not good at all. So Knowledge Business Blueprint, that course was a $2,000 course. They tried really hard, right? But it's so general that it's extremely difficult to apply. And I'm in that group with like 30,000 people, and almost nobody's getting good results from the course. Like the only people who get good results from the course are people who already had success, and now they found a community to tap into and coach the people inside the community. Like it's a great community that they created, but the course itself is extremely general, and it's like a 30,000 foot view, and that doesn't help. The only way a course helps is if it's very specific about exactly what to do. So I've taken some courses that have been helpful, including one by Dan Henry, who taught me about Facebook ads. He teaches you how to open a Facebook marketing agency. It's for beginners, how to do local business Facebook ads, for local businesses. And he teaches exactly who to sign up as a client and who not to sign up as a client, exactly what to do. It's extremely specific. And so I was able to start I replaced my 9-to-5 income very fast using the course, and it taught me the skills that gave me the foundation for what I do now. So courses can work. Now my course is in ClickFunnels, but I only kind of give the course to support the coaching that I do. So all my programs at this point come with coaching too. So there's group coaching, which comes with the course, or a one-to-one coaching, group coaching combo, which also comes with the course. So in either case, I give the course, but the course isn't for my clients, it's for me. Because the more I can get them to watch the course, the less I have to teach them in the sessions, and we can focus on application, which is what the other courses are missing, right? The knowledge can be there in the course, but applying it to your business is the hard part. Even Tony Robbins says, right? Like, knowledge isn't power, applied knowledge is power. And that's true. That's why we need a coach to kind of hold your hand. The coach knows your industry better than you. They know the landscape of what you're trying to do better than you. They've done it before, probably many times, and probably helped lots of people to do it too. And so the coach can help you to apply it, where most people, that's the hard part. And so all my programs come with coaching, whether group or one-to-one or both. And then the course is just so they have something to ask me when we're in our coaching sessions, if that makes sense. They know the basics, and then we can get started. It's like they already thought it through a bunch of times, and then we talk about it, and it's like it's so easy to give them results once they prepare by watching the course. So that's what course.
Right on. I admire all the things that you're doing and what you've been able to accomplish. You're right. I've always followed Tony Robbins and Dean and Russell Brunson, and every time those guys have an event, I'm affiliated with a digital skills training company called Six Figure Mentors, or they just call themselves Mentors. I don't know if you know Stuart Ross or Jay Kubasek. It's based out of the US and Canada, but anyhow, it's Lots. It's been the biggest challenge, or biggest and most fun and rewarding, challenge, right? So it's one thing, for me, when I've been involved in real estate, I've been involved in house construction, business planning, kind of work. And I just want to make sure in my stage of life as a middle-aged man, and as I move on, I definitely had to have a digital entrepreneur skills, right? So because I want to be able to travel, right? I want to be able to be anywhere. So the type of business I'm setting up, right, is about building a brand, adding value, blogging, and selling affiliate products and services, and doing some coaching, because I definitely don't want to be the coach, right? I want to be able to lead people to better coaching systems that are already, in place. So what is your revenue model is coaching, and then do you sell other high ticket items at all, or other products and services then of other people's products and services?
I really don't. I mean,
Okay.
no, I have an opportunity to do that soon. I've done it, but I started a little bit selling or helping. I wasn't selling it. I was an affiliate, right? So I kind of promoted it and got some leads for these other coaches. And the reason I did that is because I wanted to hire them, and I couldn't afford it. And so I kind of promoted them as an affiliate, and I gave myself enough to kind of earn my spot in their program. And right after that is when I had my first $14,000 month. And then after that, like a $38,000 month. And then, I've gone on to do similar things after that. And basically,
wow, that's incredible.
Well, the thing is, like, it's like I just did what they said, right? And like I had already had a digital marketing background, but I didn't know how to do organic marketing. I didn't know a thing about organic marketing. I only knew ads and funnels. And so I had some background, but I still couldn't make it work for myself. I still couldn't get clients, because running ads and doing funnels for coaching is quite challenging. It's like for anything new, ads and funnels is a unique challenge, because it takes a lot of energy to build it, but you have to test so much that you have to rebuild it so many times, and it costs money to do it, to test it. And coaching is a phenomenon where people don't know they need coaching. They don't think they even need it. They just want a result. And so like people don't shop for coaches. Advertising coaching is just, it's interesting. It's not normal. It's not the kind of thing that people just shop for or make impulse buys usually, if that makes sense. And so doing ads and funnels is just interesting for coaching. And so since that's all I knew, I had a really hard time. And like I said, I spent 6 months even spending money on ads and stuff. And when I eventually did have some success, I did do it using ads, but they weren't Facebook ads. They were solo ads. A solo ad is where someone sends an email to their list and they tell them about your thing, and they charge you per click. And I had a funnel, but at least I did my coaching live. So once I added in one live component, marketing, sales, and coaching, I added in live coaching, I got sales, right? Wow. Which was good. And then I started adding in live marketing. And I saw a lot of people that bought actually were my friends, and they found out about it through conversations with me, even though I wasn't trying to sell it. They just bought it anyway. And so that was a little bit of like the live marketing, the live coaching, and the sales were all happening through the funnel. A very simple funnel I made, but like I said, it was not high ticket. It was low ticket. It was very inexpensive. I was really underselling myself, right? It was like $300 for 4 sessions, right? It's like, and like some people bought it a couple times, but still, I wasn't getting rich from that. But then I went to a Tony Robbins event in Miami, and me and a friend went together, and we came out of the event as business partners. And this person is a master salesperson, like the level of like any top salesperson you could ever think of. Like this guy is my age, is like 1 year older. He is ridiculous. He is the best. He's the best at sales I've ever met. And so through interacting with him, I got to learn the dance of sales a little bit. And through, together, I made my first $5,000 sale as his business partner, selling one of my friends into our program, where we did a hybrid of coaching and marketing for them. It was a hybrid. and it was still not the perfect thing. And it turned out it was a tough relationship for us to have together. We kind of butted heads a lot and we disagreed on certain things, but basically I left that business partnership, and then but he taught me very valuable things. I taught him marketing. He didn't really know marketing very well, and so I taught him marketing and he taught me sales. And basically it was very beautiful how it happened, even though it was very difficult. And now, yeah, I coach the right audience, who are people. I like working with people who are going to go and work with people. I like working with people who are going to go and out and help a lot of people, or at least help their circle in a big way. And so that's why because of all the spiritual training I've done, I'm just so far beyond people who are like depressed and anxious. That's who I thought I was going to help with my coaching. And like, I've gone so far that it's hard to like bridge that gap, and it's just not worth the effort. But somebody who wants to help 1,000 people and I help them, and therefore they help 1,000, is my ripple effect. It's huge. And so it just gives me enormous energy to do it. And actually hiring these coaches that I said, that was one of the gifts they gave me, was they gave me sort of like the little tap with the magic wand. They're just like, why don't you work with these people? And I was like, oh, they just gave me permission to do what I want to do. And it all clicked into place. So combined with, they taught me how to use Facebook as a social media marketing tool, like organically. And so those two things combined, the new niche, and plus I had a business partner who we complemented each other well, all of those things combined, and just had a lot of success. So this 2020 was the best year of my life for business by far, right? And I have a lot of great things in place now that are making this year even better, I would say.
Wow. So what do you need to continue to expedite your success? What are some of the 3 things that you need to improve on? Just curious.
That's a great question. I will answer that question honestly as I can. So
awesome.
Just to be, So I've been focusing so much on social media that I've sort of neglected to grow my email list. I've neglected to put effort. So I've been collecting emails, right? I do it. I've done it a little bit, but I've been neglecting to put a lot of energy, like focus into like growing it as a target objective. And the little campaigns that people get when they sign up are short and a little bit, scattered. And so just more nurturing to that list, just give them more love. So I'd say that's definitely number one that I've been thinking about for last like couple of weeks. It's just like, it's becoming really clear in my mind, like I need to do this now. So that's number one. Number two is I'm doubling my price,
okay.
which is going to be helpful. That is something that, I think will help take me to the next level.
Yeah.
What else? I've been really learning. Let's see. Well, what can I still do? I want to. The next thing I'm gonna do. I have a whole system laid out for how I'm gonna grow. Coming soon. I hired a virtual assistant agency to basically kind of get me calendar appointments, and it worked really well. But it revealed a lot of holes in my system, my funnel, so to speak, and in my sales kind of game. I've been so used to selling to people who get to know me over time that it's been so easy. But like for some reason, when I don't get the time to build that organic relationship, there's things that haven't been in place, obviously, because the sales aren't happening on the first sale, which is what I like. So I'm going to hire them again. They're going to get me appointments, but this time I have a whole system that's I'm putting in place now to really nurture the leads that come in. And so it builds that relationship so that by the time we talk, or even like maybe right after we talk, they learn who I am, and that will create a positive outcome. I'm not looking to just close everybody, but if they get to know me, the more they get to know me, the better the outcome is.
Right. Absolutely. And you have a really great presence and personality that you get I can see lots of people building connection. That would be definitely, I think, what you're probably your number one asset. Even though you probably have many, you have that gift, and not many people do, because you can sense people. I can right off the bat, their authenticity and their intentions, right? So that comes across well. And it's good that you said stuff about leveraging, right? I've often thought of that, and because leveraging is critical, right? Isn't it? Leveraging the resources of others, time, money, or talent, or whatever, right? It's such an important. That's what I've recognized. I have had multiple partners in business. Some, they just run their course. They weren't the right business, or people fall. It just weren't the right people. But you need to leverage others, right? Even if it's not even part of a business, a formal business relationship. Even if it's just paying for services, or finding somebody, trading or bartering, or whatever it is, trading services. You need that help. I really resonate with that.
For sure. Yeah, I've been doing that. So my coaching program has a bunch of coaches in it besides me, which is really, really, really helpful.
Okay.
Right. So basically there's a couple, I think they're like in their maybe around 70 years old, but they look like they're like 45, and they've been doing personal growth work and teaching it for like, I think 40 years.
Oh, wow.
Each. Right.
Yeah.
And so they're quite good, and they wanted my help to grow their business, but they couldn't afford it.
Wow.
And so I never do this, but for them, I was like, all right, it feels right. Let's do it. And so basically they host a class on Mondays for my clients, that my clients can come in and get their help with personal growth and we call it aligning to limitless abundance. And the subtitle for the class is Inner Work Extravaganza. So it's a really cool class that actually has helped a lot of my clients already. The ones who were like a little bit hard to break through, they would kind of go to that class for a while, break through a bunch of times, and then they're ready to start hearing what I have to say. So that's one cool barter that I created. And then I just helped them with their business. That was the trade, right? Somebody else, a friend of mine, she's been teaching sales. She was a salesperson. I think she closed like $500,000, over the course of a year, like with a company or something. But like selling her own stuff was different. So she's a healer. She has her own healing modality, and she knows how to do the whole thing that I do as well. But she focuses on sales. And so the deal I made with her is that I coach her clients on marketing, and she coaches my clients on sales, right? And so now my clients get her to learn sales, and all I have to do is teach her clients, which is really easy for me. So that's another cool trade that I made. I have a friend who wanted to he's been a tech instructor for many years, and I met him at an in-person event a few years ago in San Diego, as he was one of the coaches within a personal growth program. And he was like one of the little support coaches, right? And so, but he has a tech background. And so me and him like stayed in touch a little bit. And now he coaches my clients on tech. He gives them tech help. And in exchange, I'm helping him to take what he's doing and turn it into a coaching business. I have a whole business model for him. So these are some of the trades that I've orchestrated. And it's like, that's a way for the delivery of my service to go really well. Like delivery is better than it's ever been for me, I believe, right now. And
as we have 4 minutes, just a heads up, we only have 4 minutes. So
okay.
I didn't want to interrupt you. And, I appreciate everything that you guys are sharing, because I appreciate you both. John came into my life with a reflection of a life path 8, and he just is so humble and so wonderful to be able to know what he wants, but be able to really make that exchange and to be confident in what life has taught him, being a connector. Right. And we reflect that way. And I was telling you, Doug, last time I chat with you a couple of weeks ago, how amazing it is when you grow your podcast and when you're doing these things, which you're talking to me about. Now I'm also connecting networks that connect networks. So the whole idea that he's doing with, having 1,000 people at your access, those are the people that we all need to play with right now. And I'm so grateful for you, John. We've only known each other a little bit, but you have so much to offer our community. And then look at what we're doing internationally. Even just having 3 people in a room right now, when I share this, hopefully this has an opportunity to also meet the client that watches that wants the same type of information. So consistency and being accountable. I appreciate you both for being here. Was there anything that you guys want to finish up? We have 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Yeah, I'd love to give that link for my free page of all my best free content for anybody who's watching. So I don't know, I have no idea where this recording goes.
I'll attach it to the end. I'll attach it to the end, and then we'll put a link on it. So we're putting it out in Conscious Living Network, as I promoted them for about 10 years. Unite is another big network in Vancouver too. And then any of the wonderful pages that we can link it to. Viewers, we are the growing majority of people that want to lead, leaders, and we want to help you shine more. So with all that being said, we have amazing... Yes.
Can I give the link? Can I tell people?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's connectingamazingpeople.com. Connecting.
Awesome.
That's sort of been, that just kind of came in as like the statement, the mission statement for my business, connectingamazingpeople.com. So that's literally what I do. I feel like connection is one of my gifts, and I just decided to put it front and center in my business. And I just love connecting amazing people to each other, connecting amazing people to their highest potential, connecting clients to coaches, coaches to clients, connecting heaven to earth. That's sort of what I'm all about. So thank you, Leanne, for this opportunity. Thank you, Doug, for being here and asking me these great questions. And I would love to find out more about you. It feels to me like your energy is like fantastic, and you just like have this vibe and aura about you.
Awesome. I'd love to keep connecting. Yeah.
Okay, so let's reach out after this.
Yeah. Thanks, John. Thanks, Leanne, very much as well.
Okay.
Yes, bless you both. Thank you so much for showing up. Have the best week ever.
You too.
You guys too.
Bye.